Africa, a continent rich in history, culture, and kingdoms that span centuries. Today, we dive into one of its greatest empires, the Benin Kingdom. For centuries, Benin thrived as a powerful and advanced civilization. Its people crafted awe-inspiring works of art, developed a unique system of governance, and left a legacy that still echoes in the modern world. But how did this great kingdom rise, and what led to its downfall? Join us as we explore the captivating story of the Benin Kingdom, a story of power, ingenuity, and resilience. Origins of the Benin Kingdom. Our story begins over 1,000 years ago in present-day southern Nigeria, where the Edo people lived originally. This region was governed by the Ogiso dynasty, rulers of what would become the early Benin Kingdom. The Ogisos, or kings of the sky, were known for their sacred connection to the divine and ruled a flourishing city-state. But in the 12th century, a shift occurred. A new era dawned with the arrival of the Obas, a line of powerful kings that would transform Benin from a small city-state into a dominant empire. It was under the first Oba Eweka, that the kingdom began to assert its influence. Eweka established the foundation for what would become one of the most sophisticated political systems in pre-colonial Africa. He wasn't just a king, he was a unifying force, bringing various regions under Benin's centralized rule. But what made the Benin Kingdom truly remarkable wasn't just its political structure, it was its artistry and innovation. The heart and ingenuity of Benin. The Benin Kingdom was known for its incredible achievement in bronze casting, ivory carving, and woodwork. Imagine walking through the kingdom's royal courts, where intricate bronze plaques lined the walls, depicting stories of kings, warriors, and daily life. These weren't just works of art, they were historical records, documenting the kingdom's triumphs and struggles. The Benin bronzes are perhaps the most famous of these artworks, crafted using a technique called lost wax casting. These pieces were so advanced that when European explorers first encountered them, they couldn't believe they had been made by Africans. But beyond art, Benin was also a city of innovation. The kingdom was organized with an impressive urban planning system, featuring wide streets and an extensive network of moats and walls, some of which were larger than the Great Wall of China. Yes, you heard that right. At its peak, the Benin City wall stretched for about 16,000 kilometers, making them one of the largest man-made structures in history. These walls not only protected the kingdom but symbolizes its strength and ingenuity. The Golden Age and expansion. By the 15th century, the Benin Kingdom had entered its Golden Age under the rule of Oba Eware the Great. The kingdom expanded its territory, establishing itself as a formidable regional power. Eware wasn't just a conqueror, he was a reformer, reorganizing the military, reforming governance, and promoting trade. Benin's strategic location along the river Niger allowed it to become a major player in regional and international trade. Merchants from across the West Africa and even Europe flocked to Benin, exchanging goods like ivory, palm oil, and spices for European textiles and guns. The kingdom's relationship with the Portuguese was particularly significant. It was one of the first African empires to engage in diplomacy with Europe. Portuguese missionaries, soldiers, and traders made their way into Benin, marveling at the kingdom's advanced society. In return, the Portuguese provided Benin with firearms and other goods, helping to further solidify its military and economic power. It was a time of great prosperity, but beneath the surface, dark clouds were beginning to gather. Decline and the colonial threats. As the 19th century approached, the Benin Kingdom faced new challenges. The European powers, driven by the desire to expand their empires, began to view African kingdoms as obstacles. Benin's independence and power became a target for British colonial ambitions. In 1897, the seeming tensions between the Benin and the British boiled over. British forces, eager to control the region's wealth and resources, launched a punitive expedition against the kingdom. Despite Benin's best efforts to defend itself, the British forces were overwhelming. The British soldiers looted Benin City, taking with them thousands of priceless bronzes and artworks, many of which are still displayed in the museums across Europe today. The city itself was burned, and the once great kingdom was brought to its knees. Oba, the last independent king of Benin, was exiled, marking the end of the kingdom's independence. The legacy of Benin. Though the kingdom was physically destroyed, the legacy of Benin endures. Today, the descendants of the Obas still hold a significant place in Nigerian society. The artworks stolen during the British invasion have sparked international debates about restitution, with many calling for the return to Benin. But beyond the physical artifacts, Benin's greatest legacy is its cultural and historical contributions to Africa and the world. From its sophisticated system of governance to its unparalleled artistries, the Benin Kingdom remains a symbol of African resilience and creativity. So the next time you see a Benin bronze in a museum or read about the mighty walls of Benin City, remember you are looking at the remains of one of Africa's greatest empire, a kingdom whose spirit still lives on despite the odds. Thank you for joining us on this journey through time. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about Africa's incredible history, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell. Let us know in the comments what other topics you would love for us to cover. Until next time, stay curious.